Welcome back. Myself, I'm Shantanu Roy, Dean Academics at IIT Delhi, and I'll now hand over to my colleague, Professor Nima, and then we'll go around the table. So,
Hi, this is Arvind Nima. Happy to welcome you all. This is to you as well as your parents for getting it to IIT Delhi. I'm yes. Will be responsible for your everything other than academics, extracurricular, curricular activities, so on and so forth. Colleagues, Professor Deepti, Professor Ritika here, answer any of your queries related to hostels, sports, cultural activities. Welcome to IIT.
Hi, I'm Dr. Deepti Gupta. I'm a faculty in the Department of Textile and Engineering at IIT Delhi. And I'm also the Associate Dean of Hostel Management. So we are part of the Student Affairs section, where Mr. Nima is the Dean and I look after the hostels. So we're looking forward to having you in the hostels. The process will be communicating shortly. I think we've started the process of hostel allocation. But the schedule of onboarding, etc., will communicate to you by and by. We're putting the process in place. However, if you have any questions, please feel free to write to the office of the DHM, and we'll try to address your queries. That's all. Welcome, and we hope to see you soon, very soon on the campus. Thank you.
Sure.
Hello, everybody. I am Promit Chaudhary. I am the Associate Dean Student Events. So I'm a part of the office where Professor Nima and Professor Gupta were just speaking also beside. We will talk more about this, I think, in introduction. But right now, I'm just to tell you that I'm a faculty in the Department of Chemistry, and we will mostly be involved in the non-academic activities, extracurricular activities, which involve sports, cultural activities, photography, and so on. So if you're interested, you should bring it on. Thank you. More later.
Hi, good afternoon and welcome to IIT Delhi. Again, let me congratulate you for getting admission to IIT Delhi. So I'm Anupam Chopra, faculty in Department of Chemical Engineering and currently also discharging duties of Associate Dean Curriculum. So I essentially help Dean Academic roll out all the academic programs related to UG studies. So every of your academic activities will basically get run through our office. We also have people here of academic sections, as well as the TRP team, which actually work on ground on all the academic processes which are required and which are in the background, which are related to running of courses.
Hi, my name is Ritika Kheda, and I'm a faculty member in the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences, where I teach economics. I'm also currently serving as Associate Dean Student Welfare, which is part of the Dean of Student Affairs office. What does my office do? Well, we provide support to students with disabilities. So if you need any assistance, say with wheelchairs or accommodation, etc., so you have to reach out to the Associate Dean Student Welfare. There's an Office of Accessible Education for students with disabilities. Another service that is provided by this office is counseling services, because students sometimes they feel lonely or homesick without their parents and families, or somebody will break your heart and you might want to talk to somebody. So we have 7 counselors and you can go and talk to them. Besides that, we also give some loans if you're in financial distress. I'll only say this much for now because I don't want to overload you with information. Thank you.
Okay, so again, welcome everybody. So we'll try and answer any questions that you might have. So if there's any, can they ask for the
Yes, yeah, we have to open.
So if you have any questions, you should put up your hand and use the hand tool and you can ask, you'll be unmuted here and you can ask the question. If you have any questions, if you want, you can also write in the chat box and try to answer it. So let's start at the top of the list so that Guraninder Singh. Yeah, Guraninder, you can ask the question.
Sir, I had a query. There are a lot of softwares that we have installed to run these meetings in Pattern, Moodle, and this WebEx.
Ayush?
We were having some technical difficulties with MS Teams. So, where can we get some technical assistance?
Why, sorry?
Hello.
Okay, I guess one question that seems to be coming up a lot in the chat window while we wait for our friends here is when will hostels open and when will students be allowed to come to the hostel? So I request the person in our person take the answer.
First thing is hostels are already open. Hostels are not. So, point number one, hostels are already open and we have close to 3,000 students staying in the hostels. Of course, we will allow all BTech first years also, but gradually. So as soon as you have your login password and everything, you will have to apply for the hostel. Hostel will be allotted to you through ERP system. Once that is with you, you have to pay the fee. There will be a window given to you. Once you pay the fee, your seat is secured in the hostel. After that, you apply for onboarding. You make a request for onboarding and it will be cleared in batches. And we plan to onboard all of you before December. Exact dates will be communicated to you through email. So please be patient. Gradually, you will be onboarded. And we don't want in the campus that all 1,200 students plus parents come on one day. So you will be allowed in batches. But trust us, everybody is going to onboard if third wave doesn't come within December.
And I guess in some ways related to that is the point that we are starting the semester with online classes. But as the situation becomes better and if students are, they start coming into the hostel, then they're back on campus. We'll also be slowly moving towards offline classes, at least for some of your courses, right? So both these things are going to happen in tandem. So we hope that by early part of 22, we'll have both offline classes, that means in-person classes, as well as you should be in the hostels. So next 1.5 months is when this stage-wise onboarding will happen.
So next set of questions are coming related to onboarding are, if somebody is less than 18 and have not got vaccination shots, what should they do? So what are we saying is we will allow you to onboard, but we will take one undertaking from your parents. And you will be allowed to be within the campus preferably. You will not be allowed to go out frequently if you are not vaccinated. But yes, you will be allowed to come in the campus. Don't worry. As soon as you are given a hostel seat, you are allowed to request for onboarding through ERP. And that request will be processed and a date will be communicated to you in due course of time.
Yeah, so you get, I think some of them did not hear because the volume was low. I thought that's what you're saying. So you will get information from our office regarding when we are going to start the process of onboarding and how to apply on ERP, etc. So those guidelines we'll give you. And then you apply, pay the fees. Some of you have already paid the fees as a matter, right? So we'll keep you posted about that. As far as the vaccination is concerned, it is preferable Ideally, you should have had at least one, if not two. But those of you who are not 18, you have to give an additional undertaking. That form also we will send. That undertaking also will send you. So in case you have not been vaccinated, please send that undertaking signed by your parents or guardian.
Shall I open?
There seems to be a lot of questions around MS Teams.
Yes, sir. I was not able to access my MS Team till now. So, what should I be doing?
Yeah, so I think there is maybe somebody from the ERP team can answer that. What is the status and where are we going to get this on? Just hold on.
Okay, sir. So there is a system admin team who is constantly working on this MS Teams issue, React. So we are aware of this issue that everybody is facing the login problems, but there's a team working on it and the Microsoft team is also working. Yeah, so it should be sorted out.
Yes, just to reiterate what Mr. Gaurav Munjal said, so there is some connect that is there between IIT Delhi and Microsoft, and I think in the next, very shortly the problem will get resolved and it will be communicated to you. So just hold on, just have some patience. The important point that you need to note is that all of you are being just issued the entry numbers in the last 1 week, so everybody is new to the system, and so therefore, we don't have any problems with MS Teams with students who are already in the system. But since you're just coming in, there is some glitch, some problem that is getting sorted out shortly. So you'll hear about it and you'll be informed about it as well.
So somebody asked a question regarding, is it necessary to onboard the hostel? Not at this point of time, but the first minor that you give in January will be on campus. So at that time, it will be mandatory for you to be on the campus, but not necessarily on the hostel. So if you want to stay elsewhere in Delhi, but you have to be physically present to take the exam in January. Till then, it is not mandatory to onboard the hostel. It's a choice.
Sir, my Kerberos ID is not working for sometimes. It stops working. I'm unable to log in into the webmail and the students portal sometimes, and sometimes it starts. So I'm facing a lot of problem in attending the classes.
Unable to log in WebEx in laptop.
Yeah, I request somebody in the system, this admin team to talk about this Kerberos ID issue. So who should they write to? I think the point is there may be a problem, but they should write to somebody. Right?
Yeah, if the problem is intermittent, you can try it again because intermittent problems is not easily identifiable. But when you face the issue, please send an email to EACAD help and we will look into it. There's an email address provided on the login page itself.
And sir, there is a lot of confusion regarding the classes.
Is he loaded? So
पूरा नहीं open. पूरा
Sir, there's also confusion regarding the Piazza platform.
Piazza platform is used, it is not a institute-wide platform, it is used by some faculty members, faculty in computer science and so on. So you should actually talk to your course coordinator. So if you have listened to my introductory slides on which are already available on the orientation page, every course is coordinated by a faculty member. And the faculty member could choose his or her own platforms, ways of teaching and so on. So Piazza is not an institute-wide deployment, but some faculty members use it. So please speak to the faculty member who's coordinating the course, and you will get to know about it. Of course, student mentors can also be asked, and I believe some question was about student mentors as well. So maybe I request Professor Ritika to talk a little bit on the student mentorship.
So most of you should have received the name of your mentor. I'm only aware of two who haven't been able to be in touch with their mentors. These mentors are basically just a little bit senior, so they know how to navigate the system. And if you have any queries, you should totally rely on them and use them and lean on them to answer all your questions because they will be more accessible. Okay, many people are saying that they haven't got their mentors yet. It's probably
Overlapping.
We have not.
So how to handle that?
It's probably some of you I know have not been able to activate your Kerberos ID, and that's possibly why these letters haven't gone. If there is any other, okay, I get the message that there's no mentor for many. If there is any other reason why you haven't got it, is it because your Kerberos is not?
When the hostels will open, will the rooms be shared or single rooms will be given this time?
I think let's, please don't cross talk. Just hold your questions. Let one person finish and then we will move on to the next question. So we were talking about student mentors, so we let Professor Ritika Khera finish on that.
So I can see that many are saying they haven't got their mentors. If it is because of your Kerberos ID that we are aware of, if there's any other reason, then please put it in the chat box so that I can get back in touch with the BSW, the Board of Student Welfare team, who will send you these letters.
Because there seem to be a lot of messages saying the Kerberos is working in the sign. So I think that was sorted out.
I think they may not have got the email. How many of you got your mentors? Are in touch with your mentors?
Everything is fine with my Kerberos ID, but I haven't received any information on my mentor as of now.
We got that message. Now, have any of you got a mentor? Is there anyone who's... I'm not asking about the no's.
I think most of us have not, been allotted mentors.
Unmute करो unmute. Mute us.
Okay, we got the message. You can stop saying I didn't get my mentor. We have understood that. We don't need to be told 700 times. What I'll do is I'll ask the mentors to write to all the students once again, because it's possible that they wrote to you before your email ID was activated. So basically, once you're in touch with your mentor, you can ask them all these questions about onboarding, sharing of hostel rooms, software that is used, MS Teams, etc. And if it doesn't work for you for 1 or 2 days, don't panic. It will all fall into place धीरे-धीरे.
Yeah, so just to kind of reiterate what Professor Ritika was saying, when you in a normal time when things are not online, you can just kind of walk around the hostel or walk around the academic area and all these matters get settled very easily. So we do realize that there is a fundamental constraint to the whole thing. So we'll have to do it this is the best possible way. But like Professor Ritika was saying, if something doesn't happen immediately for you, just write to the corresponding people. Don't panic. By early part of next week, everything will get settled. It's a very well-oiled system and it's running for years, so there shouldn't be any problem. One question it seems to be coming is about hostel rooms, whether we shared or individual. So request.
So first year it is going to be shared. Double sharing could be triple sharing also, depending upon it pans out. So first year, no single rooms. As of now. So it will be sharing. And you don't get a choice to choose either your hostel or whether double or triple share. So we have a system. As the entry numbers come to us, we keep allotting. The choice is not there as of now. And
there's a lot of questions about this 47,000.
Hostel fee is 47,000 for you. This includes 3 components. One is a fixed kind of security deposit, which you will get back at the end of your degree when you will go for modules. Component. Second component is one-time hostel joining fee. Third component is the much advance, which is 25,000 rupees. This 25,000 rupees is taken in the beginning of the semester, and at the end of the semester, it is adjusted for the actual bill. Total is 47. This is 25 plus 22. The breakup of 22 is 15 plus 7.
22 is one time. It is your hostel admission fees.
But out of this 22, 15 is security, which is refunded back to you. End of your
Yeah. So in case you have not heard, this 22 that is being charged is a one-time hostel admission charge. And out of this 15 is the security deposit, which will be refunded when you finish your hostel tenure. And otherwise, at the beginning of every semester, you only have to pay the mess advance as far as the hostel mess is concerned. And there is a hostel seat rent that you will have to pay every semester that you have already paid.
There are some questions about the form B to H5.
H1 to H5. H5 there are two hostels. It's a little to the hostels. H1 to H5. It's a little time.
So there are questions about these hostel forms, right? H1 to H5, and probably even other forms. So as long as the form A is filled, other things, even though you've been asked to fill till 26, which is tomorrow, it's not a very. Please try to do it by then. But in case a couple of forms are left, then they can be done later. So it's not a big issue. About hostel onboarding process, as Dean of Students said, it will be communicated to you in due course. So there's a certain process that will be followed. It's not there as yet.
Yeah, and there is a question about switching hostel. Normally, no. Actually, you would not want to, because we have such a strong hostel spirit here that once you become a part of one hostel and you bond with your seniors and juniors in the hostel, normally we have never had a case where somebody wants to switch a hostel. So, like you don't have a choice in choosing your hostel, normally people don't choose to switch the hostel.
Okay, there is some questions on Kerberos ID not being received still for some students. So please remember that you have to submit Form A, and you can submit Form A irrespective of other forms. Okay? And Form A doesn't require any attachment. Just have to fill the asked information. You submit that form, and then you will get both Kerberos ID and password. It is important that you get Kerberos ID because every online resource that IIT Delhi provides you, the key to accessing it is Kerberos ID. If you have not submitted Form A till now, do it today itself. You will get Kerberos ID, and then only your email account, the IIT Delhi email account. Also, it is important that you start accessing if you have not accessed it already. And frequently check at least twice a day because, especially in this online environment, all official communication, most of it, if not all, is via IIT Delhi email. And what we would also expect going forward is that you communicate anything required through your IIT Delhi email account because that becomes a communication within the system. You are part of the system now. And it is not good that you keep writing from email account, which is different from the IIT Delhi email account.
Yeah, and just one more point related to that, what Professor Anupam Shukla said, please keep your Kerberos ID confidential. It may be quite compelling that you share it with your friends. Don't do it. Anything that goes right or wrong, you're responsible for it. So your Kerberos ID is like a private identity, so please maintain its privacy.
So there are so many, you're typing so fast that it is impossible for us to read what is being written. But just one thing, that please give us about 1 week, I think, for things to settle down. With respect to your Kerberos ID, with respect to getting the mentor, with respect to getting information regarding the hostel. So please do not panic. Just give us 1 more week, because your entry numbers, etc., have just been generated and come to us. So just let things settle down a little bit, and over the next 1 week, you will get all the information that you're looking at. And please don't spam us also, asking the same information again and again.
Yeah, I mean, your excitement is very endearing,
Yeah.
no doubt. But having said that, the point is that it's new for all of you, and it might take you a few days before things settle. So let's just hold on. There is some question about choosing of courses and registration. The first year that's kind of pre-decided, but I'll still let Shukla tell you a little bit about courses and how courses are chosen and so on.
Okay, so let me start by saying that the curriculum as it is for UG students, at the end of the academic year, so IIT Delhi follows semesters module for teaching. So each academic year has 2 semesters. And so in your first year, you'll be doing 2 semesters. And by the end of the second semester, the first academic year, the courses that you do, the set of courses that you do is identical. However, what is done in our system here is that the entire first year students, we break into 2 batches, batch A and batch B. And batch A in semester 1, which is starting from November 29, will do one subset of the total courses which are to be done in first year. Batch B will do the complementary subset. And in the second semester, batch A will do the courses that batch B had done in the first semester. And so at the end of the first year, you will end up doing identical set of courses. Now, again, all the courses that you are doing in first year are all compulsory. Okay, and so the registration is done from the back end. Every student will, whatever courses they are required to do in the coming semester, they will be registered automatically. In fact, they had been already registered. So if you log into your academic ERP system, you will see the courses for which you are registered. So don't worry about registration to the courses. I think as what Professor Deepti said just a few minutes ago, let me add to that is don't worry about coming to hostel and all other information. We are also interested in rolling that out as soon as possible. But on the first thing or the first step that you require is to be able to access the online environment which is required for teaching and for accessing other IIT Delhi resources. So you should know your entry number, you should know your group number, and you should have your Kerberos ID and password. And like Dean Academic said, don't share password with anybody. Nobody should ask you for password. And even if somebody, whoever says I am IIT Delhi official or student, you're not supposed to share the password. Nobody requires your password. So please understand that all your official communications are through emails or any other things which are secured through this Kerberos ID and password, and you are fully responsible for that. So the courses are registered. The on priority, you should be able to access IIT Delhi email, ERP system, Impartus, Moodle, and as soon as MS Teams, we are having some issues because there is a linked up issue with Microsoft, the licensing agreement that we have. Once that gets sorted out, you should also be able to access Teams. And we believe that it should be done by the end of day today, and certainly before when the formal classes starts on Monday. So do make it a habit to log into IIT Delhi online system and start exploring them. You can of course also visit the IIT Delhi website, look at other links which are there. And slowly you will get to understand. So if you try to collect too many information at one time, it will be difficult to assimilate all. For now, I would say before the classes start, just ensure that you are able to access the enough of the online system to be able to access the teaching. And once you start exploring the ERP system, you will get to know what are the other facilities which are there. For example, when the student affairs team starts telling you about how to put your application or required documents for hostel onboarding. You'll get to know. So those are step-by-step things, and you slowly you will become aware and become familiar with that. On priority, you should have these three things: your entry number, group number, Kerberos ID, password. Be able to access the online income.
See, credits, groups, ERP, what are these things? I think first, like, we will say something right now, but your mentors will be able to guide you also. So just take it easy. I checked with the Board of Student Welfare. They said that because they had exams until yesterday, they have only just started sending out emails to all the mentees. And by tomorrow evening, everyone will have got their mentor's name. So wait till tomorrow evening, and some of these little questions like what are credits and what is ERP, they will be able to answer, but perhaps even the Dean Academics Office and Professor Shukla may want to say something right now.
Yeah, actually, if you care to view the recording that is available on the orientation site, I did at least try to explain the whole idea of credits and courses and structures. Maybe not as good as mentors, but nevertheless, I tried something of that kind. So please see it. You're also supposed to read the course of study. I mentioned that also in my recording. You're supposed to read it and you're signing a form saying that you've read and understood what is there. So it is actually a requirement that you please read at least the first half of the course of study, which talks not specific to individual disciplines, but in general terms about the academic program. So it is expected that you would have read it, and if you have questions, you should contact us. But that is a very important thing about the groups, how groups are made. I'll just hand over to Professor Shukla to explain that whole process better to you. I see also some questions about OCS and how do you volunteer for OCS for Office of Career Services. I think things have just started, so career services could wait for a few months at least before you start getting excited about it. Before you get to going to the Office of Career Services, is supposed to earn a degree. And so let's focus on that first. So having said that, let me hand over to Professor Shukla for some information about the grouping.
Yeah, so just to add to that, the courses of study actually compiles all the academic rules, regulations, the academic system here, and it's not a small document. So of course, the initial part you must definitely read as soon as time permits you, and the idea is to go through the relevant portion over a period of time. About groups, remember that the teaching here, the course content delivery, if you look at course structure, it actually can consist of three components. We call it the LTP structure, the lecture, tutorial, and practical. So a lecture part of a course is a session where the course coordinator or the instructor introduces new concepts, explains what is involved in those concepts. And for education, which is engineering, by nature, one needs to apply those principles. So tutorials is another part of the course structure, wherein the entire class, which may be a large number of students in lecture, is broken up into small groups. And in these small groups, problem solving is done based on the concepts which are covered in lecture. And as practical, the name suggests, in those sessions, you are basically doing bulk of the work there. Again, applying concepts which are introduced in lecture, but then you are doing some practice. It could be coding or could be doing some physical experiments. So for this purpose of either doing practical or tutorial, it is by their very nature requires that we have students in small number, and therefore groups are created. So your lecture could be all of the class combined together because it is mostly concept introduced by the instructor. Most of the talking is done by the instructor, except when you raise doubt. In tutorial and practical, it is other way around. Problems are given. You solve them. Of course, they are also under supervision. So if there is a difficulty that you face, then there are people there which could be teaching assistant or instructor themselves, which will help you understand how to apply the concepts of lecture to problem solving, and therefore we have groups. So in first year, the entire batch is broken up into 40 groups. Okay, so some of these groups will be combined together in a lecture, and then the tutorial component of those courses or practical component of those courses are done group wise. So if you have looked at the video on the UG admission webpage where there is a guide to online teaching, you will get to it is shown there what the class timetable, weekly class timetables are there, and which group goes where for lecture and where for tutorials.
So there was a question relating to if you don't take the hostel now, can you for it later? Of course you can. Anytime during your degree of 4 years or 5 years duration, whenever you want, you can apply for a hostel seat. And depending upon the availability, and normally we do give a preference to BTech students, you can take or opt for the hostel. The second question is related to fee payment. You can pay the fee by the last date, but the complete fees has to be paid in order for you to reserve the seat. Because the number of seats available in hostels at the moment is much less than the number of students who are looking for hostel seats. So in order for you to book your seat, complete payment has to be made by the date.
There are quite a few questions on clubs, student clubs. I request Dr. Khanna to talk about that.
Yeah, so as I said, under different boards like Board of Recreational and Creative Activities, specifically to this board, there are many different clubs, right, which you can join. So what is going to happen is that for each board, there is a responsible student holding a post like General Secretary. And once this orientation is over and your information has been fed into the system, these people are going to contact you through a general email. They have their own emails, they have their own ways of contacting you. And then you can express your interests, like whether you like debating, whether you like quizzing, whether you like to, participate in music events and so on. And then, they have their own ways of selecting people, asking them to join for certain, programs they organize throughout the year. And that's how typical this is. And apart from this, you also have other like sporting activities. So sporting activities right now, it's difficult for me to tell you how to do because you're not on campus. But once you come into campus, you will see there is a range of sporting activities out there, starting from cricket, football, tennis, and so on. Though I know I've not asked this question specifically, but still let me tell you that you can, once you come in, you can just contact the sports office, express your interest in what sports you want to play. You will see grounds out here, lawn tennis courts, table tennis rooms, and so on. So please come in. Yes, and also we have a swimming pool. So if you're interested in swimming, once things normalize and the swimming season starts, maybe in the month of March, then that's also a very good option for you who are interested. More later. Thank you. I'm coming to that. So in addition to the clubs and activities Professor Pramit mentioned, in addition to the clubs that Professor Pramit mentioned, there is also a lot of co-curricular clubs. So these are things like aero modeling, building cars, concept cars, and so on. So yes, they come under something called the Co-Curricular and Academic Interaction Council. Each discipline, each department also has a professional club. So for instance, you'll have a chemical engineering society or an electrical engineering society and so on. So all those things also you can participate in. The student mentors will be mentioning to you, discussing all these things with you in due course. So, by next week, you should be well equipped and educated about all these activities that you can take on. Of course, a lot of this is physical, like say swimming or sports and so on. All that will happen once you're back here on campus. There are a lot of questions on MCM scholarship, McNamee scholarships, and other scholarships. So I request our ER academics, Mr. Suresh, to talk about that. So he should be able to answer your concerns.
We can give 25% scholarship to the students as per their merit in the J rank on the basis of their income and merit.
So what happens is, there are, I think the income statement is one of the forms that those who are interested in applying. So remember, it is merit means, which means that it is to be given to students whose family income is below certain level. And there is, amongst the form which you have to fill, there is one form which requires income statement to be uploaded. So in case those who are interested, they can upload that form and this process will roll on. So that please remember that all this information will get to you. Of course, too much detail would be difficult to communicate in a webinar like this, but in case you have any queries related to MCM, you do not understand the form, you can always write to arugs@admin.ac.in. And so these processes will take a little time. Our first priority is to start teaching. When I say it will take little time, doesn't mean it will go into end December. It will be also done soon. And in case there are any queries, you can always write to arugs@admin.iitd.ac. Okay. About the books and all, I would say that is getting into too much detail. One, the books are decided by course coordinators. So let the classes begin. They will let you know the books. And then also look at most of these books, at least in the first year UG teaching, as I understand, are Indian editions, so they are not very costly. On the other hand, the library, if you look at the UG admission page, there is also a video by IIT Delhi Library, and there you will get to know what can be provided to you in online mode.
So there was one question. Yes, you should have a laptop actually, especially because most classes, at least for this first 1 month or so, are going to be online. So it's better that each one of you gets your own laptop. And there was another question relating to if you are not opting for the hostel. Of course, you will continue to get the emails because as of now, we are sending emails to everyone who has got admission in this batch. But of course, if you do not opt for the hostel, you do not have to make hostel related fees. Only the tuition fees, which you must have already paid, is fine. Though you may continue to get mailers regarding that, there is no need either for you to pay the mess or hostel.
Yeah, there is some questions on student loans. So I request Professor Deepika again to tell you about all the support she gives to students.
So these are very small loans. BTech students can get them twice during the course of their degree in case they run into some financial difficulties. It's only 25,000 rupees and you can get it 2 times. I mean, we typically don't give a lot of it because haven't had that many applications, but it is there as a last resort. By the way, some of you were asking about this MCM scholarship. I should also mention because last year we were not able to utilize one scholarship from the Government of India, partly because students perhaps didn't know what it is called, the Top Class SC/ST students scheme, and IIT Delhi has more than 100 slots. So if you are, an SC or an SC student, then you should keep an eye out for the opening of the Government of India portal to fill up that form and to make sure that you get all the benefits of that.
This is one question which seems to be coming up again and again is whether you could start new clubs. Answer is yes, as long as you indulge in legal and ethical activities. But having said that, there's a process to it, and first learn about the clubs that are here, and then we can think about these ones.
Yeah, one more thing, swimming is a part of sports, that's right. It comes with aquatics. So you have swimming, normal swimming, and you also have water pool, if you're wondering.
Yeah, and otherwise, it's when the swimming pool opens up, you just pay the fees, very nominal fees, and just go and swim. If you're not into the sports part of it or competitive sports part of it. So I was curious, somebody has been asking, can you start your own club? What club would you like to start? If you had the option to do so. Yes, can you please? This club? Chess club. All this we have.
All these things are there. Chess.
Fitness. Okay, fitness we don't have.
But we have the yoga group.
Yoga club?
Where is the yoga?
Someone also asked, when did we get our degree?
Entirely on you.
Long time from now, but it's entirely on you. If you want it, you can get it in 4 years. If you are a BTech student, and 5 years if you're a dual degree student. Let's hope we all want that. Get it in about 4 to 5 years.
So good to know that you have the enthusiasm.
That's very nice. Good to see the enthusiasm. Economics club already exists. Lot of wonderful. So please join the fun. This has been going on for many years, and we want more of such enthusiasm to come to campus. Of course, but you will have to go through the academic rigor of IIT Delhi, and that will take a little while. By the way, while you're on it, you can indulge in all of this as well. So please enjoy.
Should I open for?
Oh, wonderful. So it looks like a very creative batch. It's fantastic. All right. I think we can unmute some of the people who have their hands up. One by one, we can go. Startups, by the way, is already pretty prominent in a lot of the students, and there are student clubs around entrepreneurship and so on. That's already on the on.
When will we be having our tests?
Please go ahead. Sorry.
Vandana, I think. Maybe it's not. Let me open somebody else. No? They have to unmute themselves.
Yeah, so freshers party will happen at your department level and hostel level, everything.
We're all waiting for a party.
Once, yeah. It's been a long time since we had fresher party and farewell parties. So once you are here, that will happen.
I have sent the request. They have to unmute themselves.
So the requests to unmute are being sent from here. So if you unmute, then you can speak. So.
Good afternoon, ma'am and sir. Could you please brief about the ECEL, how to join the activities in ECEL and
ECEL, you mean entrepreneurship, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so just hold on for a couple of days. Let the mentors tell you about it all.
Okay, and sir, would there it would be really helpful if we were given, some list of contacts where we could, contact to a given person if we are facing some problem.
No, that's a good
Filed
thing.
in one
Let me
list.
put up such a list on your orientation page. Fine, one thing.
I guess that you already know a few. For example, when the welcome kit was sent to you, anything related to ERP, any issues that you face with working with ERP, academic ERP, in fact, ERP also has a lot of hostel activities now in it. You have to write to eacad.help@ipd.ac.in. Anything related to academics, you have to write to arugs@admin.ipd.ac.in. Okay, and then do browse through the various IIT Daily web pages. You will get to see that there are contact details which are given there. But we will definitely put up maybe a compiled list on what we think are important email addresses to which you would require to maybe write for your query or to understand something. By the way, if just let me add here, now though MS Teams there is a problem, but once it starts working and you still have a problem, then there is another dedicated email which is mshelps@list.itd.ac.in. So we'll also populate that. And for any other section, you can always browse through the IT Daily web pages and you will see content details there.
Sir, thanks a lot for your time.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Hello.
Yes.
I
So
have
one by
paid
one.
my.
So let's start with Ashish Kumar. First up. Ashish, go ahead. Request.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes. Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. I have submitted Form A, but I was not able to submit other forms like hostel and income tax were. And I have submitted and showing pending verification. So will I be able to submit afterwards? And still it is still showing pending verification. Is it a problem?
If there are any forms which are incorrect or they are missing, the admin section will reject your application and then you can submit the forms again. So you keep track of your ID for as content as well, along with the controls ID.
Yes, sir. But IDs are perfectly working.
Yeah, keep track of them. It might take some time for the section to verify your documents. If there is an issue, they will get back to you and then you will have to submit the forms again.
Okay, thank you, sir.
That why you get the message verification pending is that whatever forms you are filling will be scanned and verified by the academic section here. So that is why you are getting. Okay, so don't worry about it. If there are issues with any of the forms, maybe partially failed or some other issues, then academic section will come back to you. Okay, and what is being told to you is, in case it so happens that the form is rejected, because that's the way for you to again submit the form. So if there is something which requires resubmission, then the form will be rejected here, and then you will be able to submit again. Okay, once you submit, you cannot submit again till it is rejected. Either it gets accepted or it will be rejected for resubmission. And so therefore, what is being told to you is keep also remember the other ID, the S corner ID, which was sent to you as a starting process for getting into IIT Daily system. Okay, so you now have two IDs, one for the S corner, one for the Kerberos. So remember both till your forms are finally you see that they are verified.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
There's one question on.
Am I audible?
Just hold on. There's a question
Okay.
on bringing motor vehicles to campus. So for the students, keeping motorized vehicles is not allowed. You can have bicycles with you, and we have now very good Yulu bike, which is available in the campus, and you can use that. Shared bike. That's a shared bike.
Yeah, so we have e-bikes shared and we have normal bikes shared. So it is strongly recommended that should you want to have a bike, because your hostel and the academic area is about 1 kilometer, a little around that. So if you don't want to walk that, and a lot of students do prefer to keep a bike, our very strong recommendation is do not buy a bike. Please use the shared bikes. So if you want an electric one, the e-bike is also there. And if you want a normal bike, both options are available in shared bikes. And motorized vehicles are not allowed. कुछ स्टूडेंट्स बार बार हिंदी टाइप कर रहे हैं, सो आई एम गेसिंग कि आप लैंग्वेज के बारे में पूछना चाह रहे हैं. तो थ्रू योर मेंटर्स आप अपना अगर लैंग्वेज मेंटरशिप
भी आपको चाहिए तो आप अपने मेंटर को बता देना जो आपको कल तक कांटेक्ट करेंगे। और फिर उसके बाद जो BSW का लैंग्वेज मेंटरशिप प्रोग्राम है उसके बारे में भी अगले 10 एक दिनों में आपको पता चल जाएगा। एक फॉर्म भरना पड़ेगा, पर यहाँ पर सब कुछ इंग्लिश में होगा, क्लासेस में इंग्लिश ही यूज होगी। तो आपको जरूर मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी अगर आपको इंग्लिश में दिक्कत है।
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Ma'am, I have doubt regarding fees.
Go ahead with your doubt.
Ma'am, I belong to OBC NCL category with income less than 1 lakh. So, ma'am, did I have to pay any fee according to the PDF?
No, you have not to make any payment because you have already made the excess payment to JOSA. So simply you have to upload the JOSA form in that site, registration site. Hostel ka. But you have to make the payment of the hostel of rupees 47,000.
ट्यूशन फी नहीं करना है आपको, लेकिन हॉस्टल और मेस फीस करना।
There are some questions on branch change before we go on to the next person. So is this question answered first of all? Ayushi, was this clear? With Kanika, so is this clear? Whatever question you have, assuming it is. So one question about branch change. So branch change will be done. The process is done at the end of the first year. That means the end of 2 semesters. The rules for that are clearly mentioned again in the course of study, so you should see it. As Professor Anupam Shukla said, the way the first year curriculum in IIT Delhi runs, every student ends up doing the same courses by the end of the first year. So batch A does some courses in first semester, while batch B does some other courses, and in the next semester they kind of swap back. And by the time the first year is over, you would have done the same courses. So after that, when there is a fair assessment of all students, at that point the branch change process will be done. So if you want to know rules of that, you should refer to the course of study.
Am I audible?
Yes, please go ahead.
When will hostel allotment start for students who live within the 12-kilometer radius?
See, we have already started the process. So hostel, please understand this, that hostel allotment and hostel onboarding are 2 different activities for us.
No,
So
but
hostel
on my student portal, I can't see the link to even apply for hostel.
तो अभी आपको इसका मतलब नहीं मिला, आपने ऑप्शन दिया है?
हाँ, मैंने दिया है.
So you will hear from us. Like I said, give us 1 week.
Okay.
We are overwhelmed. The office is overwhelmed at this point of time with so many queries. Look at the speed at which you are typing in the chat. इसी स्पीड से हमारे पास मेल्स और फोन आ रहे हैं ऑफिस में. So the office is overwhelmed.
Okay, ma'am. Thank
So
you.
just give us some time. Like I said, give everyone mentor भी अगर कल शाम तक नहीं होते हैं तो do not panic. यहाँ पर ये नहीं है कि
Yes,
फिर
sure.
अभी नहीं होगा आपका तो फिर नहीं होगा, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. You don't lose out on
And you
anything.
wait long enough, you'll get to meet Sachin Bansal also.
Yeah, the alumni keep coming to the campus for talks, discussions, seminars. So you do get to meet a lot of famous people actually. Anybody you want, not just the alumni, but a lot of everybody who comes here for talks. The only problem we face is कि वो जब talk होती है तो कोई आता नहीं सुनने के लिए.
Good. I mean, with so much enthusiasm from students, I'm sure when the Prime Minister comes the next time, or when the Chinese President comes the next time, I'm sure the fall will be full. We expect that. Or John Kerry or whoever. Anyway, so next person.
Ma'am, is mess fees included
Please
in
don't ask, just 1 minute. Please don't ask questions that have already been answered in response to chat box. So if there's anything new you need to ask, which has not been asked so far, please do that. That
Yeah.
will save some time that way.
So I saw a question, can you visit the campus? Of course you can at any time.
Ma'am, mess fees are included in 47,000 rupees.
Yes, yes, for this semester it is included.
They are in that on.
It's
Okay, ma'am.
Uh, Good afternoon. So I wanted to know that regarding the onboarding of the students who were born in 2004 and haven't been vaccinated yet, would the institute be organizing any drives to get them vaccinated, or is it solely the students' responsibility to do so?
Yeah, so at one point of time, we were organizing camps in the campus also. But IIT में आने के बाद और दिल्ली में आसपास बहुत सारे vaccination centers हैं यहाँ पर. So there, it isn't really a problem. But the only thing is now we do not have enough people on campus to hold a camp. But we have within the campus RT-PCR facility subsidized, and we have a RAT facility also, 50 rupees, which we have made mandatory for everybody to undergo. And that kit has been developed by our own faculty member. So in the campus, we have the testing facility, but we do not have vaccination facilities. और जब आप आएंगे, जब तक कोविड का क्लियर नहीं होता है, then we have a system of random testing of groups of students in hostels, staff also. Everybody, we time to time we have these camps, and you can get yourself tested. Sometimes we mandate it that a particular hostel, जैसे हमारे एक हॉस्टल में आउटब्रेक हो गया था, तो हमने 100% टेस्टिंग उस हॉस्टल के स्टाफ की और स्टूडेंट्स की कराई. So that you will have to submit yourself as and when required.
Ma'am,
Yeah, please go on.
are the new hostels also gonna be allotted?
Okay, so good question. So new hostels we expect will become operational. पता नहीं चलता है construction से anywhere between January, but more like March. I think we'll be able to occupy them. That looks like it's possible. And yes, we will open them to all categories of students in an order of priority. But
Okay,
as
ma'am,
of now,
thank you.
हम करेंगे क्योंकि वो नहीं available है. अभी आपको old hostel मिलेगा. Then as we decide on the policies of how to allocate new hostels, it may be opened as an option as and when it becomes available. I can't hear. Somebody is asking if there's a course on stock markets at IIT Delhi. I think you can try your luck in the Department of Management Studies. Quite likely they do.
Hello, am I audible? Yes. Sir, I was having some problems with the class. Actually, sometimes I wasn't able to get the links, and sometimes I wasn't able to log in. Like my password was telling my password is incorrect. So who should I contact in that urgent situation? And actually, I even missed a class today because I wasn't informed. Like, where is the class going on?
So you should be checking your official email address. You will be getting emails from the faculties regarding the class where they are conducting it over there. And if you are unable to log in, please write to iiit.ac.in. It is provided on the login page of the ERP.
Okay.
So normally
Thank
for all online classes, the links will be sent by the faculty member who is teaching, right? That person will be sending links, and the way it is configured, all students who are registered in a particular course will get that link. So if that is not, so that is all kind of predicated on your Kerberos ID working properly. So if there's a problem with the Kerberos ID, then of course you should mention it to send it to ECAT help. That's the problem you're facing. But thereafter, you should be checking your IIT Delhi email all the time. I mean, this should be, on a hourly or even half hourly basis, you should be checking because all these links and everything will be coming on that.
Sir, where can I access my group number?
Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Just hold on. Let's go one question.
So as you log into the academic ERP system, you see your group number. I'll request others to exactly tell which site to look at.
After logging into your student portal, on the left hand side, there's a link for registration. Click on that and you will be seeing the list of courses you are registered in, along with the group number, the name of the instructor, and if you scroll down, you will even see the timetable of the courses.
Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, good evening, and please go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, can we access the campus facilities like library and badminton court, etc., before onboarding the hostel?
Normally, in a normal time, a student who is part of IT system gets to access everything. Of course, with whatever provisions and rules which are there. And don't worry about these things. As you onboard to campus, you will get to access everything. Even those who are not given hostel, we call them as day scholar, and they are an integral part of the system. So they also get to access every facility which are meant for students.
By the way, this point which was raised earlier about group number and timetable and so on, there is an ERP walkthrough which you can see on the orientation page. Please go through those videos. It explains the thing very, very nicely. Shouldn't actually be asking these questions because they're already there. There's some question on attendance. Is attendance required? Answer is yes, 100%.
I just
On this, and
it
you should be
will-
attending every class, online or in person or whatever. And only for medical emergencies or contingencies, you could miss classes. But even that should not be more than 25%. That means 75% of the classes you should be attending, unless the course coordinator announces any other policy of the first day of class. The course coordinator says 90%, and that's what it is. As I said also in my video, which you should have seen, finally the course coordinator decides the policies for the course, and these policies are announced to you in the first week of the classes, first week of the semester, usually even on the first day. And that will be used for administering the course till the grades are awarded.
Okay, so we can see that there are quite a few questions about sports. So let me just give you some details. So as I was telling you, that IIT Delhi has extensive sporting facilities. You will understand that better when you come inside or on board. Now, to just give you a few more details, what happens is that there is a competitive aspect to the sports side. That is, all the IITs come together to play an inter-IIT in the month of December, which unfortunately has not been happening in the last year and will not also happen this year because of the COVID-related circumstances. But generally, that happens every year. And just to give you one more information, that IIT Delhi in the last 2 years became the general champions, won the general championship, and also stood second respectively in the last 2 years. So they have been doing very well. In that sense, there is a very vibrant sporting culture. So all of you who are interested in sports should make sure that when you come onto the campus, right, contact the right people. So the right people means that there is a general secretary of sports, a student himself, and he's also going to write you. He will be having an orientation session with you, I guess, through online. That's what's required right now, and you'll get to know more about these things. But there are enough opportunities for you, so don't worry about that. And one more aspect that I see, the swimming question is being asked again. So as was mentioned to you, so there are 2 ways. So one is the general swimming, which is open to everybody inside the campus. That means starting from during the summer months, from April to mid-October, this session stays in vogue. So any of you and we'll just have to pay some fees, which will be given to you at the right time, and then you can join and come in and swim. Okay, so generally I think 2 to 3 days a week. That's what is assigned per person. Apart from that, what happens is, as I was talking to you about interacting, so as a part of the sports, we have aquatics, which involves different types of swimming, like freestyle, breaststroke, and so on, and also water polo. So if you're a very good swimmer, if you have been exposed to that, if you want to get more accustomed to it, be a participant, then you can again contact the sports office or the respective students and be a part. So many opportunities, do not worry. And swimming is for everyone, all of you. Badminton courts. Okay. So you right. Okay. So right now there is one badminton court in the student activity center. But you must be wondering, एक badminton court से क्या होगा, right? So you are absolutely right. What is happening is that we are building an indoor sports complex, which is close to the end of its construction. So hopefully by February, March, it should be operational. We'll be having 4 more badminton courts out there, 2 squash courts along with the 2 already existing in the present student activity center, a full-fledged table tennis hall, and there is space for gym and so on. Okay.
Golf course.
There is an 18-hole golf course also on campus, Shreyansh Jain.
Yeah, there are questions about rendezvous. Well, again, we'll have it. There's a question of Mood Indigo also. So if it's about Mood Indigo, then you've come to the wrong IIT. So, but you can't change your mind now. But as far as rendezvous is concerned, we'll have it sometime when things are better, maybe next semester or how attendance is taken? Well, during the regular semester, we have a way of taking it through an app, but you'll get to see it you'll get to see it when you're here on the online sessions. Anyway, the class is recorded, so it's available. The questions about pollution. Somebody here said that there's no pollution in the campus, but aside from that, we expect you to come up with a solution. But anyway, no, jokes apart, is it something on? Somebody had a question. Mandit, you can ask a question. One with
Sir?
Yeah.
So I have a very different problem related to my hostel fee structure. So during the time when we are supposed to pay our tuition fees, I chose that I will be choosing the without hostel option because I thought that our semester would be online, so I need to choose the without hostel option. But after uploading my documents, I see that there is an option for hostel allotment fees that is 47,000. Now I want to onboard to the hostels, but previously I had chose the without hostel option. So what about that? So can I still pay 47,000 for the hostel allotment fees? And then what about the rest?
Yeah, so for now, if you are applying for hostel, first you pay 47,000 rupees, and then later you have to pay 8,000 rupees to the academics.
Yes.
Which was right, probably.
Yes.
8,000 rupees, which is part of the hostel seat rent. So there is no problem, you can still get the hostel. Don't worry.
Does the group number have anything to do with whether we took CS in 12th? Coding and all that.
Essentially, what happens is that, as we said earlier, that all of you do the same set of courses eventually at the end of the year, irrespective of whether you were exposed to computers in your school days or not. However, the course offering department has a view that they would like to identify students who were not exposed to computers so that they can take care of that time during the teaching. So that's why that information was asked. There's no other purpose to it. So don't worry about it. Eventually, every one of you will do the same set of courses, at least in the first year. And that is also linked to the group number. Okay, so that's why that information was asked and it was required in quick time.
Home.
whom you can also trust.
Is there any quarantine period after we onboard to the hostels?
So as of now, Government of India does not mandate a quarantine period, but you have to undergo this RAT test, that rapid antigen test that we talked about. That will be available on campus itself. That you have to undergo and present the report. There's no quarantine as such.
Is the audio is not related to the hostel?
Hello, good evening, sir. This is Tarun.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes, you are. Please go ahead.
Sir, I am ST category student. I have paid all the fees which is mentioned in the fee structure of IIT Delhi. And still it is asking 47,000 for hostel booking fees. Should I pay it or not, sir?
Yeah, so 47,000 rupees is not really the fee, I would say. There are three components, as I have already said. One is the mess security, which everybody pays irrespective of the category, and that is refundable. At the end of your degree, when you are looking for no dues and you submit the no dues, etc., this 15,000 rupees. 7,000 rupees is one-time hostel joining fee, irrespective of the category, everybody pays. 25,000 rupees is the mess advance, which everybody pays in the beginning. However, people who are availing the free messing facility, second semester onward, they will not pay that fee. That will be adjusted against their free messing facility. So in the beginning, everybody will pay 47,000 rupees.
Okay.
So there's a question on whether people should fill in the onboarding form on the ERP. That would be said. All instructions for that will be given. Just hold on until you hear from the.
Good evening, everyone. I had a question for the 47,000 fees for the hostel booking. We have to pay it now or when we start onboarding?
Now, you have to pay now, then only your hostel seat is confirmed. Otherwise, you are not given a hostel seat. You have to pay now before onboarding.
Good evening, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yeah, good.
Ma'am, while filling the onboarding form, it is asking for the room number of the hostel, but I haven't got the room number yet. I have only got the hostel name.
That's not required. Room number will be given when you come actually on campus, meet the caretaker, report at the reception, meet the caretaker, and then the room number will be given. So room number is not allotted as yet. You can leave that blank.
Oh,
So the questions about when will you get your IIT ID card, that will happen when you physically come into campus. So both whether you're a day scholar, that means you don't have a hostel room, or you are staying in the hostel, whenever you come to campus, you'll be asked to come to a particular office and get your ID card. And as Professor Shukla was saying earlier, the single ID card will take you to computer services center, to library, and everything that you have access on campus. And all that will happen after physical verification of the documents. All your documents will be checked before the ID card is issued. Winter vacation? No. You are in long vacation. You are starting now. So you'll have a break in March after the current semester, the semester that is starting on Monday. When that gets over, you get a break in March. Call it a spring vacation, if you will. And thereafter, you will have the second semester, which will end in the first week of July. And unfortunately, there's not much out of this. So hopefully, if all goes well, then we'll have your academic progression aligned with every other batch. And by next July, late July or early August, we'll be all aligned. Let's hope for the best. Let's hope that this happens. But we'll have to go through this somewhat compressed first year. So then this will have a domino effect in subsequent years.
Yes, sir. So my doubt was that I am not able to log in into my academics portal using my Kerberos ID. It shows login failed.
Send an email to eAcad help. That's one thing I can tell you right
Yes,
away.
sir, I have sent an email to
eAcad team is here, so they'll look into it. They're also hearing what you're saying. They're
Thank you,
examining.
sir.
Hello, Gaurav.
Case you have got Aravali hostel and your elder people stayed in Vindhyachal hostel, don't worry. We will not change your hostel. And I'm sure you will enjoy the hostel you are allotted to and will have very strong bonding with it.
Gaurav.
Something else to discuss with your elder brother from now on.
Marvat.
How do the registration for courses work? And are we required to register and drop our courses?
So like I said early in this session that, in first year, you did not worry. All the courses are fixed and compulsory. They will be registered for you by the ERP system. You need not worry about it. And by the end of first year, you will know a lot better as to how to go about registering. So don't worry about course registration as of this semester as well as the next semester.
But eventually you will have lots of electives, which basically means that those courses you can decide as per your interest and what you want to do. All that will come after the first year. First year is pre-popular best of registration.
This is one more thing that I wanted to mention. That when you come to the campus, please do not come with a large number of family members. You see, earlier we were able to Atul. So earlier when students were coming for admission, we were able to accommodate the parents in guest houses or the guest houses attached to the hostels. But right now we are not entertaining because of the COVID time. So please do not ask us for accommodation for your parents. And if they at all come, they should just drop you and leave. So we will not be able to provide accommodation on campus during this period. So better not to bring a lot of family members with you when you come.
Some questions about admission letter. What are we talking about? We already got the welcome kit. That has everything.
So if you don't want to come to the hostel right now because classes are online, it's fine. You can do that. Before the minor exam, you can come. That's fine. Second, I think one student is writing that he is from Ghaziabad. Can he get the hostel? yes, you can get the hostel because you are living more than 10 kilometers away from IIT. There's no issue. But if somebody is living very close to IIT within 10-kilometer radius, then we are asking them to remain day scholar because we are having short of seats.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes.
Sir, I wanted to ask when will the actual onboarding start? Like, there is some scheduled date for that?
As soon as you are given a hostel, you can apply for onboarding through YAL. But wait, we will revert back to you with the date. We will allow a batch of 100 and then we will distribute them different hostels because we don't want crowding in any of the hostels. Be patient. Within December, everybody will onboard before your IRA.
There's a comment saying that somebody has a network issue, they wants to onboard on the hostels. We have a lot of students who have network issues. Had in the past. I'm sure our SLB student welfare will bring the sequence in which you will be brought back.
So any special requirement if you have, and you, I don't know whether I should be saying that at all. So if there is a special issue which makes it, yeah, some kind of accessibility issue or some disability or some major this thing for which you want to onboard, please write to ABSW, Dr. Ritika, and they will examine your case, look at your application, etc. And then, so, सबको नहीं करेंगे, special requirement. So they will examine your form, etc., and determine whether your need is genuine. And then, if they recommend it to hostel management, then on a priority, some of you can be onboarded first. But please be very careful on what you say is the reason, and if there is an issue, because in previous cases we have had people declaring things that were not true, and there were serious consequences in that case. So please be careful. But we are sensitive to special needs of any students, family can apply for a priority on board.
And one more thing I would like to add, whenever you are coming to the hostels in person, you are onboarding actually to the campus person, you have to bring all the original documents which UG section is asking. Because otherwise what happens is people come and then it's not possible for us to verify your document. You will be sent back. Please remember that.
So if for some reason you did not choose the hostel, I think we already answered that question. There is no problem. Please send a mail to ADHM that you missed out on applying for the hostel, but now you want to apply for a hostel. If you are not living within 12 kilometers of IIT Delhi campus, then if you make that mistake, there is no problem. Please send a mail and we will allot a hostel room to you.
There's a repeated question on what is the last date of Form A. I think the last date is 26, but as we said earlier, that you're getting Kerberos ID and password is linked to filling Form A, so don't wait for it. Fill the form. If you have not filled it already, just after this session, that's the first thing you should be doing. Get Kerberos ID, start accessing the IIT Delhi online system.
Namrata.
Hello.
If you have questions that have not been answered, please ask, because I think we'll have to close the session now in a few
Am I audible?
Yeah, so if you have a question that we've not asked, only then go ahead and ask.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, Namrata, fine, please go ahead.
Sir, I had to ask that do we have to include the 8,000 rupees in hostel fee payment balance account? The balance amount rupees, do we have to include?
No, please don't include 8,000 rupees along with 47,000. Please do not include. Pay 47,000 rupees, that's a separate account. Please pay plainly 47,000 rupees to the hostel. 8,000 rupees, if you have missed out on paying, you have to pay on the same link where you have paid rest of the tuition fee.
Sir, I have paid the tuition fee and I have included 8,000 rupees in that only, so it's okay.
That's okay. 8,000 rupees should be included along with the tuition fees. That's correct. But if
And
you
sir,
have 8,000 and now you are interested in coming to the hostel, pay 47,000 to the hostel and 8,000 on the previous link where you have paid the academic fees.
yes, sir. Sir, I had to ask, is the 8,000 rupees for this semester only?
Yes, 8,000 rupees is per semester. That's correct.
So, sir, if we don't onboard this semester, then that will be refunded?
If you don't onboard, it won't be refunded because you have already opted for the hostel.
Okay.
All right, but I'm sure you will onboard because in case you want to write your minor and major exam, you have to be in the campus.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
You see, once we complete the process of hostel allotment or hostel seat for you, the seat is kept reserved for you for the entire semester. Whether you come or not, whether you stay or not. But that seat is kept vacant for you. Right? So therefore, once you pay, it means it's a confirmation that you're looking for a hostel seat, and a hostel seat is allotted, and that is kept booked for you for the entire semester. So therefore, there is no refundings.
Good afternoon, sirs and ma'ams. I was going through the brochure of IIT Delhi and I saw about the foreign exchange program. So I wanted to ask how many students really are able to go for it, and does the GPA matter and stuff?
So we do have a foreign exchange program where students who are in their third year, they are eligible and it's basically an exchange program. So there are several partner institutes in different parts of the world, and the number of seats therefore will usually fluctuate, especially in this COVID time, they fluctuated a lot, but the ballpark figure is around 50 per year. So around 50 students per year from IIT Delhi can go for exchange to partner institutes, but that would, you would be eligible in the third year. Please understand
Okay,
that
sir.
in this curriculum, the first year is all compulsory, which is common to all students. In second year, you get courses which are of very basic nature in the program that you have chosen. Okay, so it is strongly advised that first 2 years when you have a lot of compulsory, and this is a pyramidal or hierarchical structure where unless you get exposure to these basic courses, it is the amount of learning that you do for the later on courses becomes that much more constrained. So therefore, we don't expect students to be going anywhere in the first 2 years, if whatever be your plan. The curriculum requires that you be here in first 2 years, and therefore the number of electives even in second year is limited. Now, coming to your question on exchange, it will be there in third year. COVID would be hopefully out of the picture, and so we will have 50 to 60 seats. About selection, so there is a separate selection process that happens, and CGPA or your academic performance is a part, but that's not the sole determinant.
Thank you, sir. Sir,
Am I audible?
Just please go on.
Yeah, I wanted to ask if we can fill the onboarding form right now.
Onboarding form, you are asking, you know which hostel you are in? Hostel has been allotted, you have paid the fee?
Yeah, I've paid the fee.
Correct. So through ERP, you can now request for onboarding.
Okay, thank you.
But you have to wait, it won't be immediate, right? Thank you.
Hello.
need a PAN card to get into the hostel. There's no need for a PAN card.
I think let's scroll down to the bottom, otherwise only people with names starting with A are able to ask questions. Let's give them a random chance.
Hello, sir, I am audible to you.
Yes.
Sir, I want to ask one thing that I came in the category of paying fees less than 1 lakh. So I need to give any other document or not
Yes,
about that?
we require the income certificate properly. And after verification, the document we will release you free nursing also based on your income.
Sir, the I Praman Patra is not able, I am not able to find I Praman Patra. It is given to me that I Ghoshna Patra is given to me. So I need to fill that only or I Praman Patra?
Somebody has to sign that paper by the officer, like revenue officer, Tahsildar, SDM, somebody has to sign that paper.
Sir, I will get the sign from magistrate, but which paper is I need to fill? I Praman Patra or I Ghoshna Patra?
I Praman Patra is also same. You don't worry about it.
I Ghoshna Patra is also same to that?
Same, both are the same thing.
Okay, sir. I have already filled your IIT Delhi income certificate, so I need to again sign by any other document or not?
No, but you have submitted this certificate for 2021.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
2020, we require the certificate of income of 2020 and 21. Financial year.
Someone is asking, can you have personal air purifier in your rooms? Is that right? Yes, you can have. And in the common areas in the hostel, we have air purifiers. And only thing is, we run them only in case of severe air pollution and when the air emergency is declared in Delhi. I think it is not more than 15 to 20 days in a year. And so, but in Delhi air is not as bad as you think. Thank you. We are all living here.
Good evening, sir. Am I audible?
Yes.
Sir, I applied for loan and it needs the fee structure of all the 4 years for applying the loan. So where can I get the whole fee structure, as till now it's only the first semester given?
First, you send the request on ARUGS. You are hearing me?
Where, sir? Where I have to send?
You send the mail on ARUGS.
No, I haven't sent till now.
You send the mail on ARUGS at the rate of admit.iitd.ac.in.
Okay, sir.
And we will issue the bona fide certificate along with the structure of the 8th semester and we will send to you.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you so much.
Sir. So there are questions on what is the ERP. Well, it's a little late to answer the question. On a serious note, you should see the onboarding, there is the registration page, which all of you have access to. There is a walkthrough through the ERP. It basically is enterprise resource planning. So the entire academic system is based on that. So please go through it, understand it. There's a small video there which will help you understand everything.
To
Tanish?
Yes, it is mandatory to make SBI account.
Yes, it is compulsory to open the account when you join the institute. You are hearing me?
Sorry.
This account is compulsory in the institute. You have to open when you are joining the institute. But at this time, you can use your parents' account.
Sir, actually,
in Form A, where we were supposed to upload Form C and D and other formal papers like
He
ITR
had given us
and
space in the registration site.
and we were supposed to merge and upload them, but I uploaded them individually. So where will I find a correction window for that?
See, you have been told that they will be verified. If it is required that they be merged, you will be told. Okay, don't worry about it. If you have submitted, somebody will look at it, right? So if it is not required, you will not be asked, right?
Okay, thank you, sir.
It's not mandatory for you to fill up the onboarding form right now. You can
Good evening, respected deans.
You can-
Actually, hello. Sorry,
Yeah, please go ahead. Go ahead.
Actually, I had a payment issue yesterday that I filled the 47K fee, hostel payment fee, and the payment from my bank got deducted also. But still the portal shows that you haven't paid any fee and it's still showing that pay hostel fee. So who should I contact regarding that issue? Because I cannot afford to make a double payment.
So please wait, write an email to ADHM and Dean SA and we will verify it. Wait for it.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Check your transaction number and other details.
Okay, so should I email all the transaction detail to that email ID?
Yeah,
All
that's
detail.
right. That's
All
right.
right, all right. Got it. Thanks.
Doubt what is the procedure to get a form signed by the head of institution?
What form do you need which requires signature of head of institution?
NTSC claim form.
So there doesn't need head of institutions form. You can give it to academic section, arugs@admin.iitt.ac.in. ARUGS is a very, very important email ID for you.
Okay.
Right? Any academic issue you're facing, ARUGS is the place to write to. And once you send it to him, there's a process by which it will get signed and approved.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, so the complete campus is Wi-Fi enabled. So hostels, the labs, NHC, everything is Wi-Fi
When
enabled.
will the process for opting for minors and retrospective minors start if we have that facility in ITD?
So you look at the academic calendar. If you have gone through registration site, again, it was told how to navigate to academic calendar. So we have the entire semester plan uploaded onto the IIT Delhi website. If I remember correctly, then the date for minors is from 9th to 12th of January.
So there's a question about allowing girls in boys hostel, is that right?
That's right.
So partly, I think it is allowed during certain hours in the visiting room. But interestingly, you might be interested to know that for the first time now, we are going to have girls and a boys hostel which are going to be adjacent to each other. So actual entry into the hostel is still not allowed, but it's one hostel. And if there is a possibility that depending upon the seat situation, that at least one hostel may become a mixed men and women hostel. So that's as far as we are ready to go. And then let's see how it goes on. Gender equality, we are a very gender neutral campus with a very, very strong organization which looks after gender issues on campus. We have IHS, and you will be exposed to them and we have training sessions and things like that.
Ma'am, I am under 18 and I don't have any account or SBI account. So I in the form I didn't fill up they were asking about the account for mess facility. So ma'am, we left it blank.
कुछ अकाउंट तो चाहिए ना, आपके पेरेंट्स का अकाउंट दीजिए, अकाउंट नंबर तो चाहिए, उसके बगैर नहीं होगा.
Ma'am, SBI account was asked there.
Yeah. So then your parents have to open an account in SBI.
Ma'am, but it is mandatory to fill it.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
So IIT Delhi has a fair use policy for Wi-Fi and data. I don't think they impose any limits, but there are red flags for kind of browsing, and if you do browsing, then you will get an email.
Hello, ma'am. If I get an admission in some other institute right now, can I withdraw from IIT Delhi? If I'm okay to, if it is okay if I
Yeah, we can't force him to do things against your will.
Yes, sir. Pardon?
We can't force him to do anything against your will.
Okay, so can I get the refund of this semester fee, or I have to lose it?
There are some refund policies in place. So I think 100% will not be refunded, but most of it will be.
Okay.
Some part of it, the majority of it will be refunded.
Okay, sir. And can I withdraw anytime, or there is some deadline for it?
No, you can withdraw any time, but the policies are only for a limited period.
Okay.
So if you withdraw after the third year and then you ask for refund of the first year fees, that won't be possible.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, sir. Okay.
Okay, I think we'll be closing the session soon. So if you have any very new question, you can ask. Put it in the chat box. I think let us.
Hello, sir. And can we pay the semester?
If there's anything different, you can ask. We've now dwindled to 608 from 780 or so. So when somebody asked how long more will this go on? So we are feeling the same way. So let's. If you have any different question, you can ask.
What is TOPA? Somebody.
Please. So there's again a question on links for classes. Like it was said, you can, this will be sent by the corresponding course coordinator, who is a faculty member who is, coordinating the course. And you will be seeing it in an IIT Delhi email account. I mean, if you look only at your Gmail or Yahoo account, you will not get it there. This will get automatically to your IIT Delhi email account. That's the official account. Access to your control ID. So please keep seeing that account all the time. You get links there for the course.
Okay, so somebody is asking about difference between old hostels and new hostels. Some are old, 60 years old. Some will be brand new. Yes, so the new hostels will be centrally air conditioned. None of our current hostels are. They're all single rooms. The hostels are completely single rooms. So that is the major difference that we are going to have.
Internships formally are third year onwards, but students do go for internships of the second year also. Who will get new hostels? You'll be told in due course. But OCS volunteering, OCS work, wait for a few days. The mentors will be informing you over it.
It's not going. $833. Department of Public Administration. Public Administration. Yeah, ICN.
Okay, seems like we are run out of questions. The same questions getting repeated. This session was recorded.
Yeah.
This will be also put up on the website. But again, I would strongly recommend that you go through all the videos that are available on the orientation page. Much of the questions that were asked today are actually already answered in those videos. And particularly the ERP video and the library video and so on. So there are different things that you will need to know, and they're all there. If you still have questions, I think one point that came out was that you would like a list of email IDs which you can accept with different questions. We will provide that. That will also go up on the orientation website. For the departments or disciplines that you've chosen, there will be department orientations starting tomorrow. Most of them will be active tomorrow, or possibly some could be on Saturday as well. Links for attending those should be there in your email account, and you will be able to see them in the MS Teams groups that are there for for each department. An MS Teams group has been created. Your names and IDs are already populated on that, so you should be able to see. If you get into those MS Teams groups, you will be able to see the link for the meeting tomorrow or day after, whenever the department is hosting. And the somebody may be even sending, the department may even be sending links for your email IDs for you to join. So both will be available, both or either may be available. So you need to definitely check your emails, and you also definitely check your the MS Teams for your department that you may be part of. So with that, I think we can close. If there's anything else, the comments on the.
So I just saw a question relating to timing different being for girls. Actually, we've removed that difference now. So the rules in hostels, timings, everything is the same. There's no difference now in hostel timings or rules for girls and boys. Same now.
The question on ITR forms, if somebody is submitted for a parent's ITR form for the last financial year 2021, so it should be submitted as a record of the family income. About vacation dates, your entire timetable and so on, the semester schedule, that is available on the IIT website. It will also be linked from your orientation website, so you should be able to know. Okay. All right, so I think we can close on that. All right, goodbye everybody. I think we close the session now. Thanks for joining, and thanks also to all my colleagues here for sitting to this. So congratulations again, and we look forward to seeing you. Please do attend the departmental orientations that will happen tomorrow and day after. Please look for your links in the MS Teams that have been created for you, and some departments may also be sending link on your department can answer. Thank you.